What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Hopefully, you guys are doing well and that you're enjoying the coin collecting hobby. Guess what? A part of the coin collecting hobby that a lot of people like to dive into is selling their coins. As much as they want to find and buy the coins, at some point you gotta sell them, right? Um, if you could nail, if you can nail putting up listings, you do it well, great photos, great listing title, I could tell you what, it's gonna be a runaway freight train of success because I've personally done extremely well over the years selling on this platform. But as I go through to look at coins, there's a few things that really bother me. And probably one of the biggest pieces of information that we all need while we're shopping on eBay, and buyers and sellers take note, it's photos. You got to nail the photos. Because we did just a general search of all the coins, all the US coins that are on eBay. Look at this number right here. If I can highlight it, 1,823,052, which represents every single individual listing that is live, that has not sold, live. That's a lot of damn competition. So the competition is fierce, but I'm here to tell you there's plenty of room for more sellers on this platform. I just don't think that there are some sellers that are fully utilizing it to the best of their ability. Photos, man, again, you gotta nail it. And another thing that drives me nuts is listing title. We're gonna look at a few listings here if that's okay. 64D Lincoln Penny Rare L Liberty on Edge Air Liberty. I mean, we know what it is. It's not a mid error, but you have to appreciate the the attempt, I guess. That's something. Obviously, they didn't read a book on mint errors because that's not a thing. That's dye deterioration. The photo looks good. They even put little arrows to guide your visuals to a certain area on the coin. The next one, oh, this one will get you here. A bundle of US coins. And the seller shows you coins in a binder page of sorts. And they do sell them. And you can fit up to, I guess, 20 coins on a binder page. I think it's 20. Could be, yeah, no, it's 20. Had to think about it for a second. But, if I were going to mentor this particular person into switching up their listing, the listing title is probably the most important aspect of that particular thing, especially when you're asking $350. Keep in mind, the more money that you ask for on a coin, the more the expectations are going to rise with it. So if you're asking $10,000 of a coin, you better have some pretty good photos on there to back up that big sale price, or else nobody's going to take you seriously. I would say on that particular listing, a simple practice of just typing out exactly what you have. If they're all silver coins and they're all 90% coins, I would probably put down, pre 1935, 90% silver dollars. Use the plus symbol. There's one on the keyboard, ladies and gentlemen. Plus 90% half dollars. You put that in there, people are going to know what their money is going to be spending on that particular item. All right? You're going to have a far greater chance at selling the bundle of US coins. Now, I will give them this. It looks like they've sold one. I think I looked at this a couple days ago and he had two bundles, sold one, whatever. Here's another one right here that looks to be pretty good. I think the pictures are okay. They're a little bit on the dark side. Beautiful, uncirculated, 1891 O Morgan silver dollar, slabbed graded. If a coin is graded by PCGS, NGC, Annex, and CAC-G, you are allowed to put the actual numerical grade in your listing title, if and only if it's from those four grading companies. I think ICG, you could do them as well, and a couple of the Canadian graders like CCCS and a few others. So if we clicked into this listing here, because they said it's graded, it looks like it's graded by NGC, because you could see the white prongs on the coin right there, but it doesn't give you a whole lot else. You know, you're kind of left to the imagination. Is it really graded by NGC, or is this an aftermarket holder? Again, I'm a little timid and shy about spending $200 on the coin if you don't have all the information. Now, when you scroll down, maybe it might have more information. I mean, I'm not blind or anything, right, guys? It did say slabbed, graded, slabbed, yes, encapsulated and graded for protection and authenticity. Great. Who graded it? All right. And eBay, they're kind of sticklers in their terms of service when it comes to selling coins, and you're specifying slabbed, graded. You have to put the numerical grade, number one. Number two, you have to put the company that graded the coin. No ifs, ands, or buts. All right, this listing scares me to death. Even if I'm able to return it unconditionally, it's going to be more of a pain in the ass at the end, because it's taking up my time. It's holding up money here. You know, there's just a lot here that I don't like about this particular listing. The photos are actually pretty decent. You know, I'm not going to say that it's wholly uncirculated. It looks like an AU58. Hard to tell if there's any luster. So, you know, there's a few things wrong with that coin. This particular picture right here is vertical. I mean, you guys know my aversion to pictures that are not rotated properly. And when you have so many things that you're selling in one shot, and you do this, it looks like we're in an airplane 15,000 feet up in the air, and all you see is piss ants all over planet Earth. You know, like you look outside the airplane window and you look down and all you see is tiny little cars. That's kind of like what we have here with this listing. Coin collection, silver, gold, US, and foreign. Okay, and you know, can't believe I'm saying this. The actual listing title is okay, but the photo can use some work to captivate a prospective buyer's attention. That's a really good picture, but it looks like they used the US Mint stock photo for the Celia Cruz quarter. 1893 Morgan dollar, buy it now for 1999. Not real. Thank you, God. There is a God. You know, at least they put not real if it's counterfeit, but you're gonna have to look through a telescope to actually look at the coin. It's always good to at least crop the coin around, you know, as close as you can get, so it blows it up. It's a little bit more natural, and people that buy those type of things, they're gonna be able to look at the coin with a fine-tooth comb. Lot of 11 US silver coins. Probably the thing I would add in there is what the face value is, 90%, you know, things like that. You don't have to get really specific on dates if you're just selling like a 90% scrappy lot. That's what this one is here. So, yeah, I mean, they're certainly getting some bids. They're up to $61 with 20 hours left. So this is gonna be in the books tomorrow sometime. And you know, they did a really good job with the layout of the coins. You know, they did the big silver dollar in the middle and then all the little things around it, and it's a good picture. You know, I'm not going to hate here. This actually is pretty good. And you know, sometimes simplicity is key. So it is. You know, some people don't think that. You know, it used to be that I never thought simplicity was key, because I was like, you know, it's got to be complete. You got to, you know, put in all the information in the listing title. If not there, down below in the description box over here is always key. All right. So, you know, we looked at 7 or 8 different listings, and I have to say that easily 50% of them have issues. Okay. We're going to try and address some of those things here today by doing a little bit of a mock-up type of listing, courtesy of one of my coins. So here's one of my current sales I have going on right now. It's actually this coin right here. You can see your item will sell. You know, it's got 100 views, da 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 da, everything like that. High bidder information. Um, I have it set minimum $123.45. Ha ha ha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. You know, it's a price that is a lot lower than what the market value is here on this coin. But take a look, first of all, at the listing title that I have on this particular coin. 1980D Jefferson Nickel Double Struck. Second 75% off center. That's the second strike that's off center. Error, you know, you got to put in the keywords in there so that way people can find your listing. Dual dates. You can actually see 2 dates on there. 1980D twice on the coin. And it's also graded. NGC Mid-State 63. Now, take a look at the images secondly. All right. They're cropped. They're not particularly, I would say, the best photos I could do with these here. These were shot with my iPhone 13. All right. So, you know, it takes the best pictures that I could possibly can for this device I have next to me. But it does the job really well. Since it's already graded, there's no guesswork involved here, ladies and gentlemen, about what the coin actually looks like. All right. So when we look at the reverse here, you're going to see, again, nice, clear photos. You can see the surface of the coin. You could see the mint error on there, the double struck portion of the coin. It's always key, again, to get in close and hone in on the most important parts of the coin. That's always going to be important, and make sure you do that. Also have 2 images of the graded holder. Okay, that again, if it's graded, you specify it, you take pictures of the entire holder, much like I have here. There's the front that has all the information on the label. Here's the back. Pretty simple. And then you start it at whatever value you deem fit, you know, based off of the information that you've gotten through the course of your research. Please do research. Go into sold archives on eBay, on Great Collections, on Heritage Auctions, on Stacks Bowers, wherever you can pull information on previous sold items like this. Comparable, similar, but not the same. Description box, I kept it very brief because if you nail the listing title, if you nail the photos, there's really not a whole lot that you have to add to the description unless you were selling like a group of coins. Beautiful and rare Denver Struck trophy. Very few examples exist of this type from this mint. Lots to love with this example. Pretty simple. It gets the point across, and you know, it shows that it really is rare. I mean, we normally see these type of errors on Philadelphia Struck coins, but on a Denver, man, quite rare in itself. Okay, I'm tooting my own horn here. All right, so we're going to, in a sense, duplicate a similar listing to this, and I already have the photos already uploaded in the computer. These are photos I took with my iPhone 13. Let the iPhone do the work for you. You could blow it up, zoom in, whatever you have to do. You could crop, cut, whatever you want to do on these. I recommend you do so. But you could also do that same stuff right here on the platform as you're building your listing. So if you're in your My eBay, all you have to go into is hit sell and then do a single listing. So we're going to start with our listing. And this particular line here is not as important as you think. So you just have to be basic. And today we're going to be selling, ladies and gentlemen, actually a really neat Morgan dollar variety. It's a 1900 O. I don't know if you guys can see that with the lighting there. 1900 O over CC VAM dollar. All right. So this is an over mint mark of sorts. Pretty neat. It's very popular. But in this particular case, what we're going to do is just type in the date, the mint mark. Some people just love just doing the mint mark without a dash in there. And you could tell when you look over here, they already have some more specific stuff come up. Now the coin is raw, so we're selling the coin raw. It has been cleaned before, but still, it's a coin that I know based off of previous sales that sells in the $100 to $125 range. So we do know that. 1900 Morgan silver dollar. We're just gonna go with that, okay? And then hit the magnifying glass icon. And from here, we could do a couple things. We could start to build our listing using some of these items here, or we could just go continue without match. Okay, so that's why it's important not to get all overly descriptive or wordy when you're typing in what you're selling in that first line there. Photos, I already have the photos right on the computer, so we're going to upload these right now. It's in downloads, so we're going to start out, and your first photo is always going to be the obverse, the full obverse of the coin. Second photo will be the reverse. Third photo will be the close-up. Now, there are some people, because I'm selling this incredible variety, is that they will take the variety close-up and then put it in the main photo. So when you're searching coins, this is going to be the image, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to come up as the thumbnail. So you want to put your best foot forward. If you're selling, say, that double to die 1955 Lincoln set, put in a close-up of the date, because that is such a hot piece of imagery on that particular coin that maybe you want to start out with that. Or just do a full obverse photo, because the doubling is so insane on that coin that it'll sell itself just by using the obverse photo. So in this particular case, since we're selling this variety, we're going to use the close-up of the variety, the O over CC over mint mark, and that's going to be kind of like our, our best, I guess, first 10-second impression. All right, we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, so title, let's go ahead and complete this sucker. Oh, Morgan dollar. I'll put, you always use dashes. Rare, VAM, I don't know what the VAM is. Rare VAM 3, O over CC, do OMM over mint mark, and then type it out. Over mint mark. Let's see. Over mint mark. Sure. And I could put XF details. So when I put XF details for the grade, it's XF, but it's been cleaned. All right. So it's not going to be a numerical grade. It's not even graded by PCGS or NGC anyways. So again, if you nail this here, the main title for your item, and I always start out with the date and the type of coin it is, and then whatever other information is pertinent to the coin. I suggest that you probably do the same, but you don't have to. It's just more complete doing it that way. You could add in a subtitle. Keep in mind it's going to cost you $2 extra. Item category has already been added or applied. Now, if you nailed the listing title, you wouldn't need to use subtitle. So save yourself $2 right out of the gate. Certified, just like reading a book, start from the top, go to the bottom. Certified, uncertified. Circulated or uncirculated. It's circulated. Year 1900, it's silver. Mint location, New Orleans. Strike type, business strike. It's not a proof. Fineness, 0.9. KM number, does not apply. Grade, ungraded. Variety, you could put VAM 7, blah, 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 whatever in here. VAM 3, we'll just go ahead and choose that. Cert number, if it's graded by PCGS, NGC, or some of the other companies, add the cert number in there. Country, region of manufacture, US. There's no California Prop 65 warning. Coin is a Morgan. Condition, I usually leave this blank because I'll type that in the description. You're bidding with 3Ds. You're bidding on a rare O over CC Morgan silver dollar. The coin has been attributed as VAM3, a top 100 VAM. The coin is the coin grades, I guess you could do this, grades XF details. It has been cleaned. Make sure you're fully 100% putting in all the information, because if you specify this is not cleaned and you're just trying to stroke a deal, this can get returned. Whereas if it's cleaned, people will know that, and then they're just going to bid accordingly. They're just going to hit the buy now button, whatever. Pricing. We're finally at pricing. See how long it took me to put in the description and all the information? Less than a few minutes. And then you're going to get so good at this that you're going to be able to do it with your eyes closed. And keep in mind, when you list off of your eBay app, it's always quicker too. So you're going to be able to do it on your iPhone and the computer as well. So our choices are auction or buy it now. So auction, I could start with the auction. You know, if you wanted to price protect the coin, do 7 days starting bid. Let's say you won't accept anything under $100 for this. You know, just do either $100, or I like to do pricing that ends in 99. All right, starting bid $99.99. No reserve price. That's going to deter people from actually bidding on your stuff. I hate reserve prices. I usually just scroll on by every time I see that. Require immediate payment when buyer uses buy it now. You can click this off if you're not going to do a buy it now listing. But if you did want to do buy it now, you know, wait for this to turn over. How much you want to do to buy it now for? $124.99. Clear and cut and simple. Require immediate payment when buyer uses buy it now. I recommend that you click this on. That's always important. The worst thing that could happen, and people do this actually more frequently than you realize, is they see something that they want. They hit the buy it now button, but if you don't have require immediate payment, they're just going to hit buy it now. Essentially, it's going to add this item into their cart, and it's going to be sitting there. And it's like, oh, you know, it's Monday. I really want this coin, and I don't want someone else to buy it. I'm going to hit buy it now. You know, add it to my cart. And it's going to take the coin off the market, but they won't pay for it for 5 days. You know? So what you want to do is have the legit people that actually has money to pay for it right away. If they see something they want, check out, and that's it. You could also toggle on allow offers. So if I click this here, you can put in, once this pops up here, you could put in a minimum so you can let eBay do the work for you. You could put in an amount for auto accept. Like in this case, I will gladly auto accept $115. Minimum offer, you know, to get your attention, $100. Which means when they put in an offer of $100 or more, it's a actually go to you. If it's between $100 and $115, it's a go to you as a seller. It's a ping your phone or whatever as saying, oh, this person sent you an offer. It's a give you the opportunity to do a counter offer or accept it then and there. If you don't put in a minimum offer, people can put in offers as low as $1 or 99 cents or whatever. You could schedule your listing. So if you're doing all this stuff off hours and you really don't want to make your listing live at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know why you would. Then you could do a schedule your listing so that way it goes live the next day at the optimal time that you want. You know, something like mid-morning or in the afternoon around 4 or 5 o'clock is perfect. Shipping, make sure you're doing your shipping there. Standard shipping, small to medium items, you know, that's perfectly fine. Always put in information for weight. In this particular case, I like to do on one coin, 0 pounds, and then you can do like 2 ounces. All right. And then package dimensions, I like to use like a 000 bubble mailer. So in this case, it is, what are these things? 8, 5, and 1. And you can't do anything less than 1. Even though this thing is going to be thin, like maybe 1/4 of an inch, you have to put 1, and it'll recognize that it's a smaller, flat parcel. Domestic shipping, you could do calculated, you could do flat. I like to do flat rates, so it's the same cost to everyone across the United States. Primary service is USPS Ground Advantage. You can do free shipping if they buy it now. You know, it's probably not a bad idea. You charge for shipping if you do an auction. All right, let me repeat that. A buy it now listing, you offer free shipping on a regular organically bid up item through auction. Charge $4.80 for shipping. Okay. Rate table, we don't need to add that because we're doing free shipping, and that should be it. All right, and then you could you could play around with international shipping too. I usually keep it open because I do have people across the globe that buy for me. Add other shipping services. You could certainly do like UPS, FedEx, whatever your flavor is. Play around with preferences, like with returns. They have up to 30 days to return an item for a full 100% refund and things of that nature. Item disclosures, completely up to you if you want to put them in there. I usually don't. You can promote your listing. You're actually wagering an amount of money for eBay to promote your listing so it gets more eyeballs. Depending on what it is, you probably don't need this either. 10% seems to be the going rate of whatever the final price is, and it's no guarantee, unless it's something that doesn't generally have a lot of interest. Like coins and silver and gold has a ton of interest. I don't think you need to do any promoting here. You could donate to charity and then just hit list it, and it's going to go live. Or it's going to go live at your scheduled list time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you effectively put up a listing. It's always going to be longer to do a listing from the computer or your laptop than it is on here. That's why I like to list on my iPhone. Each listing generally takes me less than 1 minute. When I get into a groove or if I have templates I've created, it can actually take me as quickly as 15 to 20 seconds per listing to get them live and active. So there you go. If you have any questions, post them below. Well, we should be all set, and so you guys too. The holidays are just around the corner. I know a few of you can use a few bucks. If you have random stuff just laying around your house that's actually worth selling, and you want to do it through eBay, this is how you do it. It's really easy. Couldn't be any more simpler. And actually, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do a quality piece of work to get your listing together. Because believe me, when you're able to do quality from top to bottom in your listing, it's also going to show and be reflective to your customers as well. They're not going to see you as, Walmart quality type of clothing. They're going to see you as, at the very least, Target quality of clothing. But no, seriously, it's going to end up elevating your brand by quite a bit when you actually take the time to do the important stuff that matters to the customers. So there you go. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Plain and simple. It was a lot of fun, actually. I hope you guys had a good time. Again, if you have any questions, comments, go ahead and post them below in the description box. You can always find me on eBay. You can always find me on the platform Whatnot as well. It's one of the fastest growing live auction platforms this side of the globe and the world beyond. They're growing. And if you're not a part of the biggest party in the world, you could always sign up. Go ahead and use the referral link that I have down below in the description box. Get yourself $15 off your next or first item once you use it on the platform. And Whatnot is always looking for good sellers, some very spirited, motivated sellers. Maybe you could supplement eBay with Whatnot. They go hand in hand. It's a lot of fun. And I also have that referral link down below in the description box too if you want to join. That's it, guys. Hopefully you got a little takeaway from this. It's really easy to sell on eBay. And it's actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see that item close in the final waning seconds and you see that price go up. It's so much fun. I love it. Well, you guys take care. Have fun with the experience. Best of luck in your hobby and all of your things that you're doing, your sales, your collecting, yeah, really cool stuff. Take care, guys. Have a good evening.